Hey everyone, Timothy Sharlow here with Conversations, and today we are sitting down with Mr. J.P. McFadden, who is the Executive Director of Moncus Park. We have a fun-filled interview prepared for you today. Cheers. JP, thank you so much for sitting down with me for part two. In case anyone hasn't seen part one yet, can you tell us who you are and what do you do here?
Oh, yes, for sure. My name's JP McFadden, and I'm the executive director here at Moncus Park, which means I do a little bit of everything. Jack of all trades. Try to kind of keep the big picture in mind, but I'm happy to be out picking up some trash or planting some trees if they let me out of the office. So,
Indeed.
A little bit out.
Driving by Moncus on Johnston Street, it's easy to appreciate the beauty of this place, especially around Christmas time. Christmas time here is a majestic wonderland of lit beauty. We can think and believe and know it's not free. Parks don't run themselves without money and certainly without volunteers. So what is the structure of support to keep this place going, both on the financial side and the volunteer side, look like to keep this place looking the way it does year in and year out?
Yeah, let me just back up a little and set the stage for you. So as a nonprofit park conservancy, they run the gamut. So we're the only one in Lafayette.
Mm-hmm.
If you've been to New Orleans, you've been to City Park, you've been to Audubon, you've been to Houston, you maybe been to Memorial Park or downtown at Discovery Green. So those are also operate under this nonprofit park conservancy model. And some have a relationship with the municipality or the state. There's other funding models, but for us, we are 100% responsible for everything that happens out here. So that includes not only building and changing the landscape and planting trees, but also all the events and everything else that happens, and just frankly running it, buying toilet paper, gas for the mowers, etc. So it really is the whole enchilada. So how does that work, right? So that's a lot, and like you said, like it takes a lot to run a 100-acre park, a lot of grass to cut.
Yes.
So it comes in lots of different flavors. So of course we've got some donors that are super generous, that have capacity to give generously, but it runs the gamut. I mean, everything from $50,000 to $5. I mean, we say yes to everything. We are so thankful for everything. There's no limit. So I just say that because people sometimes hear conservancy nonprofit and they're like, oh, that's not for me. That's going to be too much money. But we've really leaned into the subscription model. I mean, we all have Netflix or whatever other streaming service. So the nonprofit space is abuzz with how do you do that in the nonprofit world. We were a step ahead. We're on a platform that allows for that.
Oh, wow.
So we call it our Friends of the Park membership program. And essentially what that allows for is people to contribute whatever they can. We've got tiers, $5 a month, $30 a month, $60 on up. And those tiers come with a few benefits, maybe a free drink at a movie night, some free parking.
Oh, wow.
So there's lots of levels. You can check it out on our website.
MoncusPark.org.
So that's a core piece of what we're about. And then the other side, like you said, I mean, when I go to church, I hear about time, talent, and treasure. Of course, a key piece of that is also your time.
Yeah.
So we love volunteers. There's lots of ways to be involved in volunteering. We mentioned in part one a little bit about the horticulture work and how you can get involved in landscaping. You reach out, we'll connect you with our conservation director, but also for events. We always need help with litter picking and trash pickup after an event. Parking, we always have some volunteers helping us get cars in because on a big movie night, we'll park a couple hundred cars.
Yeah. I'm aware.
Yeah, so we always need help. We're small, and the staff that runs this place on a full-time basis is about 15 people.
Okay.
And then part-time, mostly college students, another 15-ish, so.
How do you manage, I imagine this is a big meeting topic, how do you manage the necessity of income and volunteering without impacting the customer experience here?
Well, we've been blessed to date with lots of generosity from the community. So that's a big piece of it. One thing that we're moving to, I'm looking right behind you at our Farmers Market Pavilion that will open later this year.
Very excited about that.
Super excited too. So not only for the Farmers Market on Saturday, that will be a real gathering space. We're starting to call it like that whole space up there is the front porch to the community on Saturday morning. So of course on Saturdays that'll become the anchor of the farmers market. But for the other days of the week, it's a rental opportunity for the park. So in addition to contributions, and right now we're running about half of our budget is made up with contributions, and the other half is where we're moving towards is earned revenue streams.
Okay.
So rentals. So right now we've got birthday party rentals. So you can come out and have a birthday party and not rent a space. But if that space isn't available, you first come, first serve.
Right.
But on a Saturday morning, we've got reserve zones around the playground where folks can call and rent ahead or jump in, reserve a spot on the website. And from there, we set that up so that, it's got some picnic tables and a zone for kids to home base. So mom and dad can set up and then the kids can go play and come back. But back to the pavilion, that'll be a game changer in terms of what that looks like.
Massive.
Family reunions, crawfish boils. We're talking to brides about wedding receptions already. We really think it'll be a premier wedding reception venue.
Man, that'd be great. I imagine somewhere in Lafayette in someone's office, there's a vision board full of things that Moncus wants to build.
I think that might be in my office.
Perfect. How do y'all manage conversationally and financially what gets built next?
So this is my first time in the park space, and a lot of that has to do with like landscape architecture and landscape design. So what you start with is what's called a master plan, which is really exactly what you alluded to. It's the vision board for what comes next. So in the early days of Save the Horse Farm, in the inception of Moncus Park, there was an original master plan. And every Saturday morning for about 2 years, folks may remember this back in about 2015, you'd come to the park and when they had all kinds of games and stickers and dots, and you could choose whether we're gonna have a dog park or whether we're gonna have disc golf or whether we're gonna have a splash pad. And people voted with their dots and really just public input. And that created our first master plan. So that's been in existence for the last 10 years. And what's come to fruition in the front half of the park is really what the community wanted to see.
Yeah.
We are just launching Master Plan Revision, or Master Plan 2.0, which really focuses on the back 50 acres behind me, somewhere back there, which most folks don't even know about because it's deep into the heart of the park. So we're just starting the visioning process, and come this fall, we'll be back out at the farmers market asking people's opinions and trying to figure out what the back looks like. The back, of course, will not be nearly as activated as the front.
Right.
The goal is active on Johnston Street, and as you move further and further into the park, it gets more quieter, a little bit more peaceful, a little bit more reflective. So we'll continue with that mode.
Awesome. JP, again, absolute gold. And being a consumer, a weekly consumer of Moncus Park, you're telling me things that I never knew before.
Awesome.
So
love to drop a nugget out there.
Thank you. Can we do one more series? Like, I'd love for one more part.
Love to keep talking.
Awesome. Thank you so much, JP. Cheers.
For sure.
Hey everyone, Timothy Sharlow here with Conversations. Thank you so much for sitting down with me today with Mr. JP McFadden. It's been a fantastic time. To stay tuned with what we have going on here at Conversations, I need you to do me a favor. I need you to smash that like button, crush that subscribe button, and ring the notification bell so you can stay up to date. Cheers.